What's poppin'? It's crazy. Top of the morning. Today's a pretty chill one, so. No. Let the sun come out yet, man. I don't want to see that. Loving my cloudy days right now, boy. I don't have enough of the sun all this year, man. Loving my cloudy days. Seeing the sun come, I can't even see the screen. Anyways, top of the morning. I ain't really doing too much talking right now, not till everybody kind of gets here. I know it's a little early, but that's the great thing about life. It's I don't know where I was going with that. Don't know where I was going with that analogy, but yeah. Thought I'd start off with an early one today, because I can go live as much as I want to. Get off and do whatever I want to, because I said so. And that's the great thing about having this channel. Do what I want with it when I want with it. You feel me? So sometimes I do it because I like doing it, and then sometimes I do it to piss people off. Because like I said, people get tired of you after a while. So I said we're gonna see who's the real ones that want to stay, who the real ones is that want to rock with me. You feel me? I don't even know who's even in here right now. So this one is whatever. Hold up. Who's in there? Announce yourself. Don't be shy. If it's your first time talking, you're welcome to talk. So I don't really got too much to say. I ain't gonna waste my words until everybody get in here. So tune in for something y'all want to see. So. Hold up. Oh man. So yeah, you can see it's a chill day today. Just thought I'd come outdoors and kind of do some talking, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna do a piano stream this morning. Still thinking about doing one later. Streaming is just pretty much becoming my life now. So you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna want to be a full-time job, you gotta treat it like it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Plus on top of it, I come out with so much content and I have fun doing it, you know. So I definitely like I said, I definitely want to keep coming out with more of this content. Really when it comes to the music side. So yeah, just I come outdoors today. I might go on a walk, man. I think I'm gonna go on that trail, the nature trail I be going on. What's up, Denise? What's up, girl? Why y'all quiet in here? Been in here quiet for forever. What, y'all just staring at me on the screen? I mean, by gosh, I know I'm handsome and all, but y'all ain't gotta just sit there looking like every. I can say something. Yeah, I'm a little early today. Because I want to, because I can. It's the great thing about doing what you want when you want to, because I can. So I can go live like 6 times in a day, bro, just because I can, you know. I just choose not to, though. Man, get off me. That don't fly. It's the same fly keep touching me, man. Get off. Even the flies want me, man. I'm too handsome. Yeah. No, I'm only attracted to my species. At this point, I'm convinced a fly is more cool than a Negro. Oh, thank you. No, I'm out of fun today. This daggone sun, it stopped shining right now. It was cloudy. That's why I came out here. It was cloudy. So I'm just pretty much going to do like a Q&A. I like just talking and whatnot. But it's all about encouragement, you know what I mean? Or, you know, sometimes it's just to kill time. And then sometimes it's because I want to. And then sometimes it's because y'all want to. And then sometimes it's just because we really have good topics on here. So I feel like I always go later in the day. Like, I want to try to start doing stuff like maybe a little early or whatever. Because again, my goal is to get off this channel, man. Like I said, I don't really want to say that no more when I say this channel blows, because it don't, because it got good people like y'all over here, you know what I'm saying? But I think I think this channel it's probably gonna go as far as it's gonna go with the terms of like what I'm trying to do over here. My vision is bigger than this channel. That's why I go do stuff elsewhere, you know what I'm saying? And I have fun doing that. I have fun doing my other stuff, you know what I mean? So, because I get to get that big on the song, you know what I mean? So, look at everything matching today, boy. Even the water match. Everything matching. Look, the shoes, the pants, the hat, the shirt, all of that. Yeah. How things up there in Maryland, Janice? Tell everybody else coming here. I'll talk to you then, since you're the only one that won't talk back. The snack that smiles back. Goldfish. I know it's a little early, so people, you know, it's Saturday, so I don't think nobody really working that much today. You know, people still sleep. Still got the itis from Thanksgiving on them leftovers. Let's see. It's still cold. I know that's right. I know that's right. If I'm not mistaken, did you say you had lost your father in 2017, right? Ouch. Okay, yeah, I remember that. See, I remember y'all. Like, I know y'all, man, personally. Well, I don't want to say personally because then y'all, people think they know you personally. It was like I listen to you what y'all be saying. Yeah, same year. I lost mine. So yeah. So I know you would understand. That's why I say, see, I talk to people like you because I know you would understand what it's like. You know what I'm saying? 8 years, man. It's it's the 29th today. On the 8th, December 8th is coming up. It's gonna be 8 years that Daddy died. You know what I'm saying? It don't. It feel like it, but it don't feel like it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So life is definitely been different. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said I can talk to people that can relate. I mean, it's a bad situation, but somebody to understand. They know where you're coming from. I like one of these some of these little fools to talk too much. So yeah. So how do you feel about it? Is it like still pretty strong? You know what I'm saying? You have your moments, your days. I mean, I know it's a dumb question. We all do, but like, since it's about the same time, it's like where you stand on it? Like, what's going on with you? If you want to talk about it. I mean, I talk about mine all the time, so everybody knows when that come to me. So I like to hear from other people. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, that's true. I do miss a lot of the family traditions as well. Like I said with Daddy, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, since it's only a little bit of us in here, I like kind of talking when ain't nobody in here, so I'm just gonna be real, keep it real. But I miss a lot of those traditions, you know what I'm saying, when it came to Pops. Like, he would cook every holiday, you know what I'm saying? So it was nice to have that, you know what I mean? Like, that's I come from my apartment, and then I go to their crib, you know what I'm saying? And you walk in, and just the smell of the aroma of just like Christmas, you know what I'm saying, or like Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying? Like, he would just cook continuously, man. And so sometimes we'll give him a hand, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel like when he was in his element, like, that's what he liked to do, you know what I'm saying? So he was kind of like non-bothered. We didn't want him to be bothered, you know what I'm saying? So, it was nice to spend the holidays with him, you know what I mean? So it's crazy, man. Like I said, this is 8 Thanksgivings that I didn't have without him. Or, yeah, about 8 Thanksgivings. So it's different because now, like I said, I live in another state, another city. So I'm even further away from my family. So this is some of the first times I've been spending the holidays like to myself. Um, like when it comes to like my first year living here, I spent Thanksgiving by myself, away from my peoples. Now, remember I told you I was talking to somebody at the time, so but we just like freshly started talking, so it wasn't even like nothing serious. And so they was like, hey, I would have invited you if I would have known, you know what I'm saying? And I was still kind of new, and I don't really care. I was like, I just wanted to kind of just be to myself anyways. It was kind of different being away from my family. It was the first time in my life I did that on a holiday. So the holidays I live here, like I said, I didn't spend this Thanksgiving with them either. But I was hanging with the Puerto Ricans. I was hanging with everybody, so I spend it over there. So, but it's always different, man. Like I said, spending the holidays away from your people. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, with Daddy gone, man. Like I said, Daddy gone right around the holidays. So the holidays are definitely a little tougher for, what I'm saying, me and the fam. So it's always kind of tough, though. But it gets better over time, but sometimes it don't. So Yeah, we did the same. We go over Guinea's house. Like we go over Guinea's house, man. Like, cause Granny, that's the one person I know that throw down better than Diddy. Granny and my auntie Angie were the only two people I know that throw down better than him. They might all kind of be the same. I don't know, probably equivalent, but I mean, it's all good. I mean, it's just I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. Some of the best meals I had was with Diddy, so maybe he does. You know what I'm saying? But they all got that touch. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just like it was good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I enjoyed that. You know what I'm saying? So I said it's the small stuff you cherish as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff with your fam and all of that. Like you cherish those moments. You know what I mean? Because when you get older, like I said, you're not a child no more. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay bills. You know what I'm saying? You got to go work. Stuff that you don't want to do, man, you got to start doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you cherish those moments, man, when life was way more simple, man, way more easier. You feel me? Like, I miss those days, you know? So. Yeah, I know. It's good moments, man. That stuff I miss hearing Daddy say that too, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's up, son? He always come he always be like, what's up, son? You know what I'm saying? As we started getting older, he started treating us as you know, he had an issue there for a minute because he didn't want to let us go. You know what I'm saying? Because he liked his own little world and kind of make it, like we were still young. It's like, nah, man, we older, so we kind of had to let him know, like, hey, man, you're gonna have to treat us as an adult. You know what I mean? I said, we an adult when it comes to the ministry. You want us to be mature when it comes to doing the things of God and doing stuff at church. I said, so you got to make sure you treat us as an adult, like in our everyday life. And so he started doing that, you know what I'm saying? So he started referring to you as like, your friend, you feel me? So it was like, what's up, buddy? But I said, he started treating you as such, you know? So whenever I go get some food, I always ask him, I say, hey, man, you need something to eat, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, that was my man. It's like, hey, that's my man right there, you know what I'm saying? So that's how we was. We had that connection, you know? So I miss doing that, you know what I'm saying? I go on a chicken run and be like, hey, you want something to eat? You like, yeah, give me a plate, you know what I'm saying? Or I'll be thoughtful, come back, get him a plate, you know what I'm saying? Just, I like doing that stuff, man. Like, as much as I didn't like running errands all the time, I ran errands. I like running errands, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Mike? I love running errands for Pops, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I got tired of driving, dude. Like, it feels good to have somebody else drive for once. Like, when I catch a lift or something, it feels good because I'm always driving, man. I drove my friends around for years. You know what I'm saying? When I had my little wild days, like I said, or partying and doing stupid stuff, I had to be the DD because, like I said, I don't drink. You know what I'm saying? So I still made sure that I was responsible, make sure everybody was safe. So I drove all the time. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, mom and daddy always made you go somewhere. They want something. So you get tired, man. You get tired of driving. You feel me? But it was a privilege, man, to do that. You feel me? Definitely a privilege. So, man, I ain't gonna take you no more. Get off me. Plus, get on my nerves. Uh, mm. Yeah, that's why I said I miss pops, man. You know what I mean? So when I talk to somebody else, man, that know what it's like to lost their pops, you know what I mean? Like, you instantly click. You know what I mean? Like the first person I kind of ran into like that, I started a job shortly after that. Like I think a month or so after that, and became friends with one of these girls on my job. You know what I'm saying? Super cool, real. She's one of the nice people I probably ever met. Super nice. And so we had to follow each other on IG and whatnot. And so it was something around the time that Pops had passed. I think it was his birthday. Our son coming up. And then I posted that, you know what I'm saying? And then she saw that and she could immediately identify because she was like, hey, I lost my pops too, you know what I'm saying? And that's how you get closer with people because you like, hey, I know they know what that feels like, It was still freshly new to me. Like, hers was already gone for a couple of years, but you know what I'm saying? So that's why I said over the years, man, I seen people that lost their father, you know what I'm saying? So I knew it was real tough, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember back in like 2001, man, I was in first grade. And this girl, man, her name's Carly. I don't know how I remember this. But I remember they had the class gathering around. I don't know if her father was like a big contributor to the school or it was like he must have been a real important person or whatever. But they came around and they was just like, hey, they said they had the whole class. We was kids, but I mean the teachers was crying, everybody was crying. They said, hey, like her dad died of a heart attack and stuff like that. And so it was really heartbreaking moments. So again, we was kids, we know what that stuff was. So we was like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? And then in third grade, 2 years later, my what's her name? Third grade teacher, she experienced the same thing. Right when we about to go home, we about to get on the bus, go home, when they about to call everybody to go home. And so she gets a phone call from the desk. First she was like talking and kind of laughing about something. She get a phone call from the desk. And she's like, oh my God. She's like, are you serious? And she's like, Harriet runs, gets a pen and paper, and she starts writing and stuff. And so the class is looking like, I mean, we kids, so we looking like, what's wrong, Miss? Her name was Miss Pate. Like, what's wrong, Miss Pate? And she was just like, and so we was like, are you okay? She was like, no, you know what I'm saying? And so they had a substitute come in here and kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like, look after us. So I remember she had a coat and she just like started crying and ran down the hall. She's like, oh my God, oh my God. And so we all looking like, what's wrong? What happened? You know what I'm saying? And so she had came back a couple of days later, you know what I'm saying? And she had told us what happened, you know what I'm saying? She was talking about like her father had passed, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? So it was tough, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't really understand, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, you don't know what it's like till you lose a father, man. And then 20-something years later, Daddy died the same way. The same way her father died is the same way Daddy died, you know what I'm saying? Which is the same way the other girl Daddy died. Like, it's the same thing, you know what I'm saying? And so now you sitting here feeling the same thing they feeling, you know what I'm saying? So it's tough. That's why I say it's definitely tough, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and Daddy was young too. Like, yeah, Daddy was only like 47, 8, one of them. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it's just, I mean, look, when it's your time, man, it's your time. I hate to say it, but I don't know, bro. Like I said, God got other plans. He know what he doing. So, you gotta understand, like, Daddy was young, but he lived a life like he was like 70, man. You have any idea what that man been through? Like, people have no idea what him and Mama been through, bro. Like, when you live a life full of stress and hell, you know what I'm saying? And then you get saved and you become a man of God. I said like that. Like, that stuff's not easy, man. That stuff still takes a toll on you. You know what I mean? And I said, especially nowadays and age, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was one thing back in the day. I said, but nowadays it's just like, now people got the internet, man. People talking on you and they slandering, they praying against you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not only are you a pastor too, but you also a husband, you a father. You know what I'm saying? You a leader. You got all type of stuff. You a businessman. You got all type of stuff to do. So that can take a toll on you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said, like, bro, you can get stressed out pretty easily, So that's why I talk to people, man, that understand, you know what I mean? So that's why I don't like weirdos. I don't like these old spiritual dumb idiots, man. Keep on talking, man. I ain't never listened to one of them, dude. That's why I diss them every time I get a chance, because I'm just like, y'all talk like y'all know, man. You just don't know. You know what I'm saying? So when I get around people that don't know me, know my family, it's nice to have a basic conversation without every 5 seconds, God said and amen. I can talk to normal people. I can talk to normal people that ain't weird, that ain't got to prove how deep they are. I don't care how deep you are. I just want to have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? That stuff is not attractive to me. I don't like people like that. Because, again, you're not real. You fake. You're always trying to prove something that you're not. And that's why when you try to talk to them, you can't talk to them without them being deep. So when I talk to somebody about, if I was to talk to one of them about my father, they just see, the Lord just like, they can't, just like, bro, I'm having a simple conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? They already in conspiracies and stuff. I said, but when I can talk to a regular person, man, they just, all my condolences, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? People can identify, so. That's why I like talking to her now. It's like there's only 5 people here. I like talking like this when there's nobody here. You feel me? Because I know when I got a multitude of people here, man, be a bunch of weirdos, man. People be here trying to meddle, and they trying to figure out what's really going on, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's bad enough. So yeah, some people just, they would never understand, and that's fine. No, I don't need or I want everybody to understand. I just want people to leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? So yes, you do miss him. You know what I'm saying? You definitely do miss him. That's why I take I take offense to that, man. When they come with the stupid analogies, man, when they say stuff like, I think he's still hurting at his father's past, or that the family's still hurting, I'm like, dude, of course we still hurting, man. That's a stupid question. I'd have slapped you for saying that. Like, Negroes always got to be relevant. It's like, that has nothing to do with what we talking about. Like, dude, that's the dumbest thing you could ask anybody, dude. If I slap you and your face hurt, I'm going to be like, I think his face is hurting because I slapped him. Obviously, he just got slapped. So I'm just like, why would you say stuff like that? I take another offense when people act like they know your father, like they know him because they watch you. Like I can't stand people like that. I never like people like that, bro. I would never respect you. I diss all y'all, every last one of y'all. I diss y'all, man. I can't stand y'all. And you see why I say I don't have sympathy for a lot of people, man. I don't listen to your common weirdo because people have no idea what it's like, man. You know what I'm saying? People talk without knowing what they talking about. You feel me? You have no idea the toll that takes on somebody, man. You just constantly run your mouth and like you don't know what you're talking about. So that's why I said I don't really care who I offend. I don't care who gets offended by what I'm saying. I don't care who don't like me, who do like me. At this point, it's whatever. I'm around the foreigners all day. They like me. If anybody like me, they like me, and I'm good enough with them. So believe me when I tell you, I got a good support base over here. The people that tune in and watch me every day, that support my music, that support what I do, and I got an audience overseas that does the same thing. So believe me when I tell you, I'm good either ways, man. As long as people don't come over here with this nonsense, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Yeah, Daddy said that same stuff. He always said that same stuff. That's what I'm saying. It's almost like they know they about to go. Like my friend Daddy did the same thing. And he died of the same thing that my father died of, you know what I'm saying? And he's not weird. So when he had questions about it, he said, hey man, he had called me one time, he said, this is early this year. He said, hey man, he said, I got some questions, man, about, you know, he said, when your father died, man, he was like, I know if it might be a sensitive topic. I said, no, I said, no, bro, we can talk. But he was like, when your father died, he was like, you know, how did he die, man? He was like, you know, because he couldn't make sense of what was going on. I told him, I said, bro, sometimes you can't make sense of it and it just happens. You know what I'm saying? He said, yeah, but it was almost like, you know, it was almost like he knew or something. Or like, you know, he said he was getting everything in order. You know what I'm saying? Almost like he knew he was gonna go. And I said, bro, it's not that people really know. I just think that when it's your time coming, I do think that God will get you in a way where you have to, you know, you settle in everything in your life. You know what I'm saying? I really think that's what it is. I'm like, I think. Hold on, let me put this in my pocket. It's my pocket. My pocket. Okay. But I think, hold on. Situate this thing. But I think it's I'm gonna go walk and talk with y'all. But when it's your time coming, man, I really do believe God gives you a special type of grace to, you know, settle your affairs. You know what I'm saying? Settle everything in your life. That's why a lot of people say that it's like, man, like the way they was talking, it's almost like they knew they was gonna die, like they knew something was gonna happen. And it's not even that they know that. It's just I just think that God gives you a grace where you just like, you know what? I don't know why, but I feel compelled to do this. You know what I'm saying? I feel compelled to, you know, take care of this real quick. You know what I'm saying? They start taking life a little bit more seriously. They start loving their family. You know, they start saying certain things to, you know, I don't know. They don't even know why. That's why I said, Daddy last message, man, he did the same thing. He said some stuff in the message, and he kept saying, I don't even know why I'm compelled to even tell y'all that, but I feel like God is telling me to tell y'all that. And we had no idea what he was talking about, man. Then, like I said, 5 days later, he was gone. You know what I mean? So I really do. And I told homie, I said, because he was like, nah, he said, my father did this, man. And, you know, that's why he started suspecting foul play. He was like, well, nah, man, I think somebody, I said, bro, listen, people did the same thing with us. And I said, it's not no foul play. I said, it's not even that, bro. I said, I just think that, you know, God was getting homie's heart right, man, before he left. You know what I mean? So that's why I said it's very common, man. A lot of people would say that, you know. But, you know, like I said, people just start changing their life and getting right. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a very touchy subject. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of people have dealt with that. You know what I'm saying? But, and again, we don't have fear of dying. You know what I'm saying? We ain't supposed to be walking around. God don't give us a spirit of fear. But at the same time, it's like, you know, it's your time, man. It's your time. You pray you got many years to go, but if that's it, that's it. You know. But I do think God gives us a special grace. You know what I'm saying? To handle things. So yeah, I remember Pops that said the same thing, man. He had told me and Joe, he said, y'all not gonna be able to always go off me and your mama Grace. And that was like a couple of months, I think, before he passed. He was saying that. And we was kind of like, I mean, okay. Like, I wasn't trying to. Like, we wasn't really trying to. So I was like, okay, you know. He kept saying, you're gonna have to do this on your own. We was like, well, we kind of are. And I was like, okay. And then I seen what he said, man. Like when he left, I was like, I understand that. And then when I started getting in my own situations, like, um, you can't rely on daddy to pray for you. I do for you no more. You know what I'm saying? And then mama's like, look, I love y'all, but y'all grown. Y'all got no God for yourself. You gonna have to do it yourself. And I didn't really understand what they meant, but I was like, but then when you start seeing it, when you get your own self in turmoil, you get your own self in your situations, and then guess what you got to start doing? The very thing that they said you got to start doing. That's why I said when I got shot, I didn't call mama. Mama was the last person I wanted to let know, man. I said, and I couldn't call daddy because he gone, you feel me? So what I do, I had to start calling him for myself, bro. I really started doing that for myself because I was like, bro, it's a personal relationship. It's a personal connection. And that's what I understood. I said, when my life was on the line, I said, that's the stuff I had to understand. You feel me? Like, you know. I'm gonna take you on this trail. This is perfect for today. Take you on the trail. You wanna go on a walk with me? The nature walk? Probably. I don't know. That's why I said I feel like some things we would never know. It's just we wasn't there, so we wouldn't know. You know what I mean? But that's why I said sometimes, man, God will reveal the truth. You know what I'm saying? If something goes on, I'm like, I think over time, man, God will end up revealing, you know what I'm saying, truth if there is any foul play or stuff going, because a lot of people need closure, you know what I'm saying? There's some people that still look for closure over a dead loved one, you know what I'm saying? And so 20 years later, they end up getting it, you know what I'm saying? Or sooner than they think, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's why I said, I'm like, all I know is that I wouldn't want to be there to see them suffer, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody that you looked up to your whole life, man. You seen them on their feet all the time, and you sitting there watching them die slowly. That'd be hard to watch, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know, man. You know, we sometimes we'll never know, but all I know is, like I said, God got them now, so that's all that matters. And if somebody did do foul play, believe it, they gonna have their day. They are definitely gonna have their day, bro. So that's why I tell people, I said, it's all right what people do. You're gonna have your day one day. You know what I'm saying? People that run around killing people, I said, yep, you're gonna have your day one day. You taking people's sons and people's mamas and stuff, you're gonna have your day. Either where you get locked up for the rest of your life or your afterlife, if somebody do the same thing, then you're gonna have days. So that's why I told you, I said, you better be wise on how you live, like what you be doing to people. So yeah, that's why I say, like, you know, losing a parent is hard, you know. It's definitely hard, you know. So yeah, and that's why I like to talk about this type of stuff when ain't too many people in here, man. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you do got a lot of weird freaks in here. You feel me? You know, and it's the people that talk that don't understand. I don't mind talking about stuff like this. It's the people that don't understand. They just talk. You know what I mean? And they make you not even want to speak on things like this. You know what I'm saying? Like my channel was not a haven to talk about this all day. I definitely didn't want to. You know, but I'm like, now that you see these type of freaks come over here, it makes you really not want to talk. You know what I'm saying? I really don't like to talk about this, you know? So, hold on. Yeah, we'll pray for your mama too. That's why I said we just stand in faith, man, with the best. I said we don't want nobody having to feel sick or go through that type of stuff, you know what I mean? So that's why I said that stuff is not fun, man. Definitely ain't fun. So I tell everybody, I'm just like, man, if your peoples are still living, man, like, definitely make sure you honor them and respect them, man, because like I said, when they gone, man, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'll never get another chance to slap Daddy's hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never get another chance to give him a hug. You feel me? What's up, bro? Yes, sir. But like, I never get another chance to do any of that stuff. You know what I mean? So now, like I said, I gotta raise my son when I end up having my own kids. You feel me? Like, they never gonna meet their granddaddy. You know what I'm saying? His mama daddy died a couple of years ago. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, like, we didn't really get to know our grandparents like it because daddy died around Katrina. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, it's like it passed down the generation. It's almost like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Now they're not gonna know their granddaddy, just like daddy them didn't know their granddaddy. Like they don't, you know what I'm saying? Now my kids not gonna know their granddaddy. It's like that's crazy. So that is personal, that is pretty personal. So when I see people running their mouth and speaking on us, you know what I'm saying? Like it does get a little. I mean, I usually not really care about it, but I'm just like when you start seeing just how people are, man. And then when you start saying stuff and people got the nerve to be offended by you talking now, I'm just like, bro, that's really personal. Because I'm like, they don't go after the people that be doing this to us. You know what I'm saying? They want to go after you because they got a personal vendetta. So that's why I said I'm coming for all y'all. Every last one of you Negroes talking, I'm coming for you. And when I come for you, I'm going to hurt your feelings real, real bad too. And I ain't going to stop neither. So as much as people talking about that's personal, yes, it's very personal. Very. I don't have sympathy or kind words to people like this. I don't. It's just the stuff that people do and the stuff that people say, man. I'm like, I don't have sympathy for you. So when I hurt your feelings for about 3 months, I want you to remember that. I said people just be heartless, you know what I'm saying? So we can do the same thing. That's why I said, see, we can talk too. I can talk too. See how people walk around dissing the dead all day. They be dissing somebody dead homie. You know what I'm saying? Somebody dead loved one. You know what I mean? People come with this technicality stuff and, you know what I'm saying? They be doing this to everybody they see. You know what I'm saying? Till somebody do it to them. And then when your homie's laying there in the casket, let's see if it's funny if we start talking about them. When your daddy laying there dead, let's see if it's funny when somebody smoking on him. Let's see if that's funny. See, it's funny until somebody do it to you. It's not going to be funny no more. That's why I said people really don't want me to talk. You don't want me to talk because I can say some stuff. Now, I don't never throw no low blows. I don't do that type of stuff. But I said, but I don't got to. That's why I said I ain't got to throw no low blows. I cuss at you. I can just talk crazy like I talk now. People can't stand that now. So imagine when I really get on here and start running my mouth. It's not going to be funny. So yeah, people just don't know, man. They don't know what it's like, you know. So that's why I said I talk to normal people, not spiritual weirdos, not idiots, not people that watch us 24/7. I talk to normal people. And I see more love of God in normal people than I see in anybody that watch Darby 24/7. Believe me when I tell you, that is the absolute truth. You think the worst people you're going to see is in nightclubs, people that's just in everybody's face, you know, your ghetto auntie and stuff like that. The worst people I've ever met is the ones that watch Darby. I'm not even lying to you. That is worse than any white person I've ever came in contact with. It's worse than any nigger out here on the street. The worst person I ever met is usually a lot of people that watch Darby. Not everybody, but a lot of people. When I hear people that watch Darby all day, every day, and come over here messing with you and watching you, they are worse than anybody I've ever dealt with in my life. I'm not even lying to you. So believe me when I tell you, your street Negroes cannot be no worse than these type of Negroes. I'm not even lying to you. You the only child? How old are you, by the way? $25. So yeah, you young. Like I said, you only 25. So I always ask everybody. I said, "What's it like being the only child, bro?" Like, some of them be spoiled, man. I was talking to one girl recently. She was the only child, and it made sense, man, because she was just have a snobby attitude. And see, they all act like that until, again, they know you and they start to get to know your story. And I started telling her a basic story about just like, you know, pops, you know what I'm saying? Because they know you, they know your family, they know y'all. So like I said, they watch you and stuff. And then like I said, they want to act like they all hard up and they tough, man, until I start talking. And then I told them just about like, you know, basic stuff. And then I told them, I said, yeah, you know, daddy gone, he ain't gonna be here to see his grandkids. It was just basic stuff, and they start crying. Because I told you, I said, bro, People don't understand until they have to go through, because then they try to put themselves in your shoes and they realize how hard that is. You know what everybody says? I can't imagine my mama not being here. I can't imagine my pops not being here. You know what I'm saying? And then when you telling them a story about how your pops is gone, see, it's not funny. See, then they realize, like, man, I couldn't imagine that. See, any real, authentic human being can understand that. So for the ones that try to say that Darby was false, I try to say that they try to say y'all took out Darby. I said, and y'all also took out your dead homies too. Your homie that's out there gangbanging in the street, yep, y'all sure took him. Y'all took your auntie and took all your dead niggas that you know too. So yeah, believe me when I tell you, if God took Darby, he sure took your dead niggas. So believe me when I tell you, you ain't hurting us. And you keep talking, and guess what? And you want me to have sympathy for these type of people? Absolutely not. But I ain't got no type of sympathy for you. You know, in our black community, we are plagued with certain type of Negroes that's like how the Klan, the white people have the Klan, and the extreme racists. We got these type of people in our community that do that type of stuff. So I don't feel sympathy for these type. So if there ever is a white nationalist radical movement in this country, and they go do stuff to people like this, I'm not feeling sorry for them. You won't hear me say one BLM, one march, one fist on, one nothing. I ain't got nothing to say to you. Y'all can't stand with us. You can't stand with your people. White people don't like y'all, so believe me when I tell you, we don't like you either. People just talk too much, you know what I'm saying? And I said, when these type of people die and something happened to them, nobody feels sorry for them. Because this is how they spent their whole life living, their whole life talking. God forbid, but if I left, I said, boy, everybody love you. This channel love me. People here that don't even know me love me. People all over the world love you because of how I present myself and how I talk to people when they come here. I don't talk to everybody reckless. I only talk to the ones that do this stuff like that. Because again, they live their whole life doing this, so they already negative. So when I have to deal with people like this, and then people understand, like, hey, I would do the same thing if I was you. I don't care nothing about my delivery. I don't care how it looks. I don't care how I make people feel. I taunt Negroes on purpose. I hope I hurt your feelings. I hope I make you cry, and I hope I make you cry for the next 2 years. You're not welcome over here. I don't like you. I don't like people like you. Believe me when I tell you, you ain't gonna never mount up to nothing because you already proven that, so I don't got no time to waste with you. Sure ain't. Over here, we keep it real in this channel. A lot of people come over here, because I understand when people come here, man, they're not coming here all good and whole. People are coming here broken. They come here on their last leg, man, you know what I'm saying? They come here looking for a place to be loved and to fit in. And not saying they want to just be liked by everybody, but some people are just looking for a good community, which is why I'm so big on community. I cannot have these type of weird Negroes in my community bothering people. Again, whether you say Jesus or Yah or Yeshua or whatever works for you, Yahweh, okay, that's fine. But I said we not being technical, so I can't have these technical letter Y freaks in my chat mess with everybody. We don't care what you call him. It don't work for you when you call it, so it works for us, whatever we call it. So we not doing that. I don't care if you offended by the word spiritual weirdo. I don't care if you offended because I said nigga or negro. I don't care if you offended because I call people apes or jigaboos. Whatever you is what I'm gonna call you. I don't care how much you watch Darby. I definitely don't care how much you watch Darby. So don't ever come and plaster that like it's a trophy. It's not a trophy. It just shows how much you're doing with your life. If you a fanboy and trying to be a fanboy to me and trying to prove a point, again, there's nothing wrong with watching him. I'm not saying it like that, but I'm saying when you coming over here trying to prove a point, like you deeper than us because you watch him. Or like you doing me a favor, like I'll watch him more than you. It's like, oh, good. Like you need to. I don't need to. So don't ever think you're doing me a favor. I don't like people with passive-aggressive prayers. Those never work. You know you're a special type of stupid when you do that type of stuff. Those never work, man. Like, come on, man. People come to this channel, man, all type of ways, you know what I'm saying? And when they see that love over here, and they see we throw jokes and we have fun, and we show the love of God over here, I said that's what makes them want to stay. We don't want to talk about Darby all day. We don't. I don't want to talk about his messages all day. You're not getting the word over here. You're getting what you get over here. And if you can't be satisfied with that, then don't come here. We don't care how much you know. We don't care what you call God, whatever name you call him. We don't care about your technicalities. I don't care about your Hebrew national stuff. I don't care about your race or ethnicity. We don't care. I don't care about your deepness. I don't care how much Holy Spirit you got. That ain't got nothing to do with us. We already got a couple of offended freaks that's mad over there. So I said we're going to have a couple of more offended freaks that's mad over there too. I could care less. I'm stepping on everybody's toes now. I don't care what you say about it or what you do about it. You ain't going to do nothing about it. So I ain't got nothing to say to you. We have a great channel, man, with a great community of great people that want to listen. And that's one of the reasons I didn't like this community for. And since it's only a few of us in here, I'm just going to keep it real. I mean, I keep it real, whoever's in here. But I like talking like this. Y'all see, I'm kind of keeping a chill voice and stuff like that. Because, again, ain't nobody in here weird yet that I ain't got to raise my voice at. I did this community, man, based off of just, you know, again, at first I hated this channel because of the people that came here. You know what I'm saying? And then I realized, I'm like, well, whether you don't like it or not, whether it's your channel or not, I said, look at the people's lives that I get influenced. I said, look at everybody that's coming here. Look at the people that do love coming here and do love being a part of this. You know what I'm saying? I built a community, a great community of great people. And not even just I built it, they built it too. It didn't take just one man to build the pyramids, man. It took multiple men to build it. So I told you, I said, bro, and again, ain't no analogy. Well, it's kind of an analogy. But I said, but you know what? I said, when you build something, you don't just build it by yourself. I laid the foundation. God laid the foundation. I just kept doing it. And look at the people that came here. I got one of the best Discords on earth, one of the best channels on earth, with some of the best people on earth. It's also Janice. I don't know if you in the Discord, but if you want to, I don't know if I sent you the link before, but if you want to come in there, like I said, it's where we all is. You can come over. So. And I take the best people on earth to go be over there. And I'm going to go look for some more of the best people on earth to be over there. As I said, I don't have time to waste. I don't have time to joke. You know what I'm saying? A talking ape is going to talk, a Negro going to Negro, but I said we ain't got time for that. So we got the best people in the world over here on this channel. And so I make sure, now y'all wonder why you go live every day, Steve. Steve, why you going live twice a day sometimes? Steve, why you keep going live every other day? Steve, why you on here for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours? Steve, why you do this? Steve, ain't you tired? Ain't you want to do something else? Now you see why, because I got the best people on earth that's on this channel. Yeah, I said the best people on earth that's on this channel. You understand we got one of the greatest communities on earth? A loyal support base of people that's sitting here saying that how you changed their life, man, how your music is influencing them, how your father influenced them, all type of stuff. Hold on. So yeah, we do got one of the best things on earth. Look at all the places I take y'all, man. Nice backdrops, nice scenery. We be outdoors, we be everywhere. I go back to my hometown, we there. And when I start traveling to other cities, y'all gonna be there too. And when I start traveling all over the world, because I'm gonna start doing that, y'all be there too. So over here at A Steve, or simply Steve, or whatever you want to call it, Steve in general, or for the people, because I really want to call it for the people, we do big things like this. We don't listen to weirdos to talk about what God said. We listen to what God says himself. Would you rather listen to God himself or listen to a weirdo that said God said? I would never, ever, in my life, ever, for the rest of my life, ever listen to somebody that said God said. I will never, ever listen to a fool like that. The dumbest people on earth are them type people. Yeah, I said the dumbest people on earth are those type people. The very same God that made this, look, the same God that made all this. Do you have enough scientific knowledge to make a leaf? Do you know you have enough scientific knowledge to make a branch? To make concrete? To make the heavens and the earth? Do you have scientific knowledge to do that? To know about particles and neurons? Do you know? And And the very God that made all of this, man, is sitting here working in your life, sitting here talking to you personally. The very same God that made a fool that can't shut up is sitting here telling you what God's gonna do. Like, why would I listen to you when I can just listen to the Creator? I got my own personal download with God. I don't need you. Over here at Simply Steve, we don't need Negroes. We don't need weirdos. We don't need spiritual weirdos. We don't need Negroes that are spiritual weirdos. We don't need people like that. And I'm gonna keep saying the same thing. You know, sometimes you gotta say it 30 times for a Negro to understand that. I said, I'm gonna keep saying the same thing until you do understand that. We have a wonderful, great, loving community, man, with great people. And I want everybody to be a part of that wants to be a part of that. But not everybody can. Some people just are not gonna it's just not for everybody. And that's okay. Because the people it is meant for, they come here. So as I said, you straight. Like I said, God got y'all. He gonna take care of y'all every time. What's up, man? So as I said, things are good. It's gonna get better from here on out. You hear me? Now, I can't speak for everybody's personal life. I can speak for me. Because I got God on my side. And if I'm speaking for me and got God on my side, then he gonna do the same thing for you. I ain't no more special than you are. Don't matter what my name is, no matter who I am. No matter how many followers I got or what color I am. I've seen God work for white people, so he gonna work for you too. So believe me when I tell you, don't get bamboozled by that stuff. Let me get some more water, man. It's kind of getting hot out here. I'm just carrying around my water jug. Hold on. So y'all just getting real Steve. Real calm Steve right now. For the 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, however many people's in here right now, this is the best part of Steve you're gonna get, the realness. Hope y'all enjoying what you see, because it's what you get. Steve that's outdoors, that's in nature. Where a lot of songs are made. A lot of songs are made. I really believe that David was probably out there in nature, man, when he wrote songs, dude. It's the greatest place to write a song, dude. You think your best song come from being around Negroes all day? Come from being around stingy white people? Like, dude, your best stuff comes from when you outdoors by yourself in this. I can make 10 piano pieces out here, dude. I can make 10 ambient tracks being out here, man. I mean, look, I'm getting song ideas now from the cactus. Like, look, bro, like I can literally be out here and just have my best ideas. I think a lot of people like listening to me talk. And it's not even that I'm trying to be, hold on. It's not, my internet might cut off in a little bit, y'all, because I'm kind of going through dead zone. Every time I go past this part, it's like a dead zone up here. So if it does repeat, just understand I'll refresh it. I'll be back. I have to turn my phone off and restart the whole thing. So it's the weirdest process of it. But I think a lot of people like listening to me talk. I know a lot of people like listening to me talk. That's why they come watching. I told you, I go live every day. That was a part where I went live every day, man. And literally did this for hours and hours. I was going live like twice a day too, every day. Some days was twice, some days was just once. Some days was long, and some days wasn't really that long. I said, but I told you, I said, dude, every time I do this, I show people. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? People sit there and love watching you talk. They love watching you do music. They love watching you be in your element. They love that. So that's why I said the channel is for the people. And I said, as long as the people love it, I'm going to keep doing it. The day y'all decide not to tune in no more will be the day I can finally retire and go do something else. Like, y'all heard me say that all the time. I want to go do something else. I don't always want to be on this phone. I don't always want to talk. But I know that's the reason that I do. Because I know people do want to see that. They do want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Katy Perry? I don't know who that is. But I said, I know people love doing this, bro. And so, like I said, I want to continue to keep doing this because people love it. They love coming outdoors. They love seeing me come outdoors. We love having great topics, great discussions. This little tree, the thing's doing. Why does it do that when I switch hands? I don't know why it does it. But where y'all see me walking now, I said this is where I go my running like almost every morning. It's starting to get a little cold now, so I can't really do it as much. But this is why I go running every morning. I be outside for about an hour 30, you feel me? And I just be running and walking, listening to my music, talking to God, you know what I'm saying? I got my other channel where I do the affirmation channel. I kind of do a little live on there, maybe like for the first 20, 30 minutes or so. And just come out and show people nature, man. And just have a calm, cool talk with them, you feel me? So believe me when I tell you, this channel ain't it. This ain't the only thing, bro. I'm trying to get up off of this channel, bring the best of the best people from here and take them over there. Because not everybody on this channel going over there. So I'm telling you, that's why I tell you, stay tuned. You want to figure out what the move is? Stay tuned. You want to figure out what the move is? Come to the Discord. You'll know. The sun is coming out, man. I don't like it. I want the shade to come back. That's why I came outside, man. It was shade today. I didn't want the sun to come out. That's why I said, like, you know, I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the likes y'all give. I appreciate all the donations or the sewing, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? The support, the views, the watch time that y'all give me. I appreciate all of that. But I said, but you know what? I don't beg or ask nobody for nothing. If I got 5 people, 15 people, 500 people, 50, whatever. Still me, still gonna be the same way that I am. Whether I got an international audience watching me or I got y'all watching me or whoever's watching me, don't matter. I appreciate all the stuff that y'all do. Because it shows you, even still, people gonna support you, no matter what. Hot out here, man, dang. It's true. Dude, I walk past so many people. That's why I said I live in an area where there's mainly wealthy people. That's why I keep saying, I said, bro, I live where there's people that know this knowledge. People be driving Lambos all day. You gotta understand where I'm at. People be driving Teslas, Tesla trucks, Lambos, Porsches, Lamborghini. Or I said Lamborghini. I said Lambo like 3 times. Manifesting, like Ferraris, Rolls Royces, all type of stuff, man. And then there's people that they don't necessarily have to drive it. They just drive pretty nice, uppity stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? And not everybody that drive that stuff just mean they got money. Like, there's people that drive regular cars and they got money. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with a 2026 Toyota Camry. Man, them things are nice. I said, people drive nice, bro. I said, you get the newer versions of the Nissan Altimas if they even make those. Not the old ghetto baby mom version. But the Nissan or the Chevy Impala. So you feel me? But I said, but there's good people all over the place, man. And that's why I said, like, when you see these people, again, these people got money. That's why I said, if you want a business going, man, come to Texas. Great place for business. Everybody looking for something. You feel me? And I said, I run to people all the time. I said, when you have good connection with people, this is what happened. This church that I'm part of down here, you know what I'm saying? About a year ago, we was looking for a new building. You feel me? And so the pastor was saying that he was just like, you know, he said I was looking for a new building because they was paying too much money at the old building we was at. And he said, you know what? He said, I didn't know how we was going to do it. He said, but I just prayed to God and was like, God, you know, supply. You know what I mean? And so there was people that were standing up and said, Pastor, I can donate 1,000. I'll donate 2,000. You know what I'm saying? There's people like, yeah, I got you, Pastor. Like, everybody was chipping in. We was all chipping in. You know what I mean? But the real money came from the people that he had connections with because he's cool. And somebody he was talking to, I think was a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Because it's common to know people like that down here. As I said, we not gold diggers. We ain't looking for no handouts. You be best friends with a millionaire. They not snobby like you think. That's why I said, like, everybody has the typical millionaire mindset. Like, these are the old white people in ascots walking around in Sperry's or something, like in the golf course. They don't do that. I said, they are no different than really me and you, dude. They'll get out of Rolls Royce, man, wearing like gym shorts. Like, you wouldn't even guess. You feel me? I saw a dude get out of a blue and gold Ferrari, Lambo or whatever, and he was wearing basic, like a black shirt, gym shorts, and like some basic shoes. You know what I'm saying? He wore maybe like a little Louis Vuitton like strap on, like a little strap. But I said, but he looked like he was basic. Like, you would have thought dude just got out of a Dodge Charger. Like, you would have never guessed. You would have never guessed. Again, they just like me and you. So dude, I told him, he was like, hey man, he said, I'll pay off the rest. He was like, you know what? If you can raise this amount of money, he said, I'll take care of the rest. And that's why I said, when you have that good connection with people, I said, look what you get. Look what God bring you. You feel me? And so I said, listen, I got a lot of good connections with people. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want their money. I'm not just trying to be friends with a millionaire so I can get their money. I don't want your money. I would rather a millionaire teach me how to get money before they give me money. I heard people say, I think it was Myron Golden and a couple other people said that. They said, I can give you your first $1 million, but they said, would you rather get it or learn how to? Because see, when I give you your $1 million, you just received $1 million. So when you go spend it all, you don't know how to make it back. He said, if I teach you how to make $1 million, you'll keep the millions coming. You can turn that million to 10 million. So I'd rather you teach me how to make it. You feel me? I mean, I'll still take a donation if you got $1 million, but what I would do is I would teach myself how to make another $1 million. You feel me? Elon Musk, anybody. I said, bro, be anybody that has this type of knowledge, dude. I said, people walk past Christian millionaires all the time and don't even know it. Or people that's just financially wealthy, or somebody that just blesses people. You have no idea. You might just be in the right space at the right time, dude. You know what I mean? I've been seeing people, and I don't know how true that is, but there are some people that'll go around and they'll do like these little viral clips of them like posting money. Or they'll roll up like a whole lot of money and they'll put it in a spot somewhere public. And if anybody finds it, they can have it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that does happen. People do get blessed like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I knew there was times I was supposed to be outside. I said I was on live stream one day, outside at night, just walking around talking to y'all. Found 20 bucks right there. You know what I'm saying? 20 bucks on the ground. I was about to go live again. Found another 20 bucks right there. You feel me? I was on live stream back in Louisville and found money on the bridge. I keep finding money. So that's why I told you, I said, bro, you were in the right spot at the right time. And I said, somebody dropped $5 grand. I said, look, let me be in the right spot at the right time. I don't know who's dropping it, but somebody, you feel me? That's why I told you community and personal connection is so important, because you don't know who you can be friends with, dude. Somebody might just be like, you know what, man, I feel compelled to bless you. You feel me? That's why I say make friends, man, not enemies, because when you go through it, if you ever go through it, you want people to have your back. You don't want people to hate you and talk about get back and they're going to get at you, you know what I'm saying? If you're struggling with stuff and somebody's like, hey, man, like, you know, I know you've been struggling with this. Hey, I got you. You know what I mean? You ever need a safe haven? You got people that's your safe haven. You know what I mean? Somebody might just be blessed enough to be like, you know what, man, I'm about to go to the Bahamas, man. I thought about just paying for your trip. Come with me. You have no idea how this stuff works like that all the time. And that's the stuff I want to do. I said, look, I want to look out for people when I get my money. I said, God, I said, you know what I do with the, I won't say little because I ain't, you know what I'm saying? But I said, but you know what I do with the stuff that I have already? You know what I'm saying? Compared to what you could really have, it is little. And I said, you know what I do with the little that I have? I said, imagine what I'll do with so much more. You know what I mean? You know, I was doing music for fun, for free, for years. You know what I'm saying? Just because I like it. Just because of my gift. You know? But I said, imagine what you'll do with it when you start making a profit off of it. That's why I tell everybody, I said, bro, you got to make sure that you know, you got to treat people correctly, because you never know who you're talking to. You know what I'm saying? That's why they be doing these undercover bosses and stuff like that. Like, people don't even know they talking to an undercover boss, man. They looking at how people treat people, how you run the company, how you do stuff. You never know what they're going to do for you. Told you, man, where you treat people is crucial. You got to make sure you treat them right. Man, it's getting hot, man. I'm trying to keep walking up this trail, man. It's getting a little hot right now. It's getting hot. Oh, Jesus. So that's why I said, like, I was even thinking about doing like little real topics, just keeping it real with Stevie or something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe having a cooking with Stevie and just sitting there talking to the people. Like, I like stuff like that, man. I like chill conversation. That's what people love. Okay, then we got some shade. Okay, I'll keep walking. Good, thank God. Thank you, Lord, for the shade. But I said, people like when I talk, you know what I mean? And people in my life, they love to just hear me talk. They love to like have a basic conversation with you. Sit and talk with people for hours, man. You feel me? Every woman that I've ever talked to, like, yeah, like if we was a thing or we was trying to be a thing, that's why they liked you, because you can talk. I'm not trying to get you to take your pants off, man. I'm just trying to get you in the bed. Like, I want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I like that, man. I go off of intellect. I love intellect. You feel me? And so we talking for a little bit turns into like 5 hours. You know what I mean? And don't even realize we've been outside all day, man. You feel me? And I said, you have no idea what they could be doing for a person. You feel me? There's people that's just like, they said, look, man, I don't like nobody. They said, but I like you. That's, I don't trust nobody, but I trust you. You know what I mean? I know somebody now, and they was like, man, I'm trying to get out the city, man. They said, I hate this city and everybody in it. They said, but you know what? You the only person that I kind of like. I keep getting that. People was like, you the only person I really like. And they said, so we got a good connection. I said, well, good. Let's keep it like it. I said, because when you get to know me, besides all the jokes and besides all the roast and talk crazy, the Negroes on they can't act right, I said, people love you. And I told you, there are people that don't even think I talk like this. Because I don't have a need to talk like this if you're not doing nothing wrong. You feel me? And you make a lot of good connections with people. And that's why I said, that's all about that. That's why I'm so big on connections and community. Because you never know, man. You know what I mean? You might be talking to a big time YouTuber or a streamer, you know what I'm saying? They might want to do something real good for you that you never know. So that's why I said, I'm like, if there was, like, you ever heard of that thing called like an angel in disguise or something? If you had an angel in disguise, man, that needed your help, I was, like, what would you do? How would you treat that angel, bro? That's why the Bible talks about a good Samaritan, man. Like, when you understand these stories, man, you understand what it's saying. It's not just for fun. It's not just parables, man. There's a reason they saying that. It's about hospitality, man. Showing love. That's what that means. You feel me? We see bums on the street all the time. Okay, yeah, that might be doped up on fentanyl, but does it mean I hate them? No, I don't hate them. You know what I'm saying? If I know I got some food to give them, I go give them some food. If I know I got a couple of bucks, I slide them a couple of bucks, man. Like, I'm doing my part by showing the love, man. That's what you do by being a good Samaritan. You know what I'm saying? Doing this channel, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a service, you know what I mean? A lot of people that came over here had a hard day, man, needed a good laugh. They just had a breakup. They struggling right now. They mental, and they come here and they love it because, again, we have great times and great moments over here. So people know when they want to have a good laugh, they come over here. You can always come here. Best believe. And then they'll turn right around and do some music. Therapeutic for your soul, man. You see how I'm letting God just work through me with what I'm doing? Because I'm like, look at the people that's healing. You got a couple of weirdos, man, that can't shut their mouth. They mad about everything. It's just that's how they live their life. And that's why they hate it everywhere they go at. Their family hates them. Their girlfriends, their boyfriends, everybody that ever been with them hate them. The old groups hate them. Their gang hates them. Everybody hates them. So you let them speak. Said, I do give everybody a special thanks, man, for the support. You know what I'm saying? If you ever donated to me on Cash App, I definitely appreciate you, support you for that. If you ever sent a super chat, I appreciate you and support you for that. I said, if you ever, even just tuning in, if you comment and tune in and have a great time and come respectfully, I support you for that. What's up, man? I said, I love my people, man. I love when people support me because I support you. And so everybody that does do something for me, I said, God, you bless them continuously. I said, God, you bless them 7 to 10 times over. I mean that. I don't play. I'm like, because again, man, people's heart is good. It's genuine. Whew. I've been walking for a good 30 minutes now. Whew. But I'm so used to this now, man. That's why I say I walk this trail every morning. So I run up here all the time, bro. Oh, this is great. I can come out here and sit down and talk. Yep. Oh, yes. Look at this. This is what I get to see. This is where I run to every morning. Right there. And that's funny because we was all the way on the other side of there, all the way over there. All the way over there. Y'all see that? See, we was on the other side, like way, way over there. Like, you probably can't see it, like way over there, right there. Whew. Whew, man. Sure is a workout, know that much. Be better if the sun wasn't there, man. It was cloudy all morning, man. Come bring it back. See how quiet it is? That's what I like. Bliss. Where's my charger? So yeah, but I don't even know. Blissness is just it's the bliss, boy. I like that ain't better. I think I keep it like that. Oh shoot. Hold on, yo. One more. A little more. There we go. Sort of. Yes. Oh, I feel so good out here, man. See, now when that shade coming, I like that, man. Keep that shade coming. But yeah, I don't know. Definitely make sure you're a good Samaritan, man. That's one thing I do say. That's why I like these more chill streams like this, man. Like, I mean, it'd be cool when you have an audience of people that come in, but sometimes I like the smaller stuff. Like when I first did my live streams, man, I would have like up to 50, 60 people, sometimes like 100 or so. Like, I don't like it. It's nice to see the numbers, but I'm like, I don't like that because these Negroes, I don't want everybody in here, man. Be meddling. That's why you got so many trolls in here because they just, it's too many people. I don't like it. I like the more basic stuff now. You know what I mean? As much as everybody want to be a city boy or a city girl, I said, boy, I want to live somewhere like out here, away from everybody, man. Nothing but bliss, quietness. You feel me? It's that gentle wind, man, just hits you. Me too. Well, I get to do this every morning, so like I said, I live every, so I get to do this every morning. So some of y'all not so much. Let me hold on. Let me set you up here. Put you one up. That's better. Feel good, man. That's why I said, like, you understand, man, when you come from the hood, you go from that to this. It's nice. Enjoyable. So. So I said this is a more natural chill stream today. So I can almost take a nap, boy. But I ain't want to waste my words. Like I said, I ain't even got too much to say. So let's stop, Siri. Unless one of y'all do, it's totally up to y'all. But I'm gonna sit back and enjoy this scenery if y'all want to. So. Y'all can feel this breeze, man. It's like this gentle breeze. It's just like real calming. It feels great. I'm starting to see some of the same people. Like I see that woman every morning. Like I see some of the same people because I come out here all the time. So you know what I'm saying? It's pretty cool. You know what I mean? This is wonderful out here, man. therapeutic. Very. So I go on my nature run all the time, you know what I'm saying? This is where I come at, man. Like I said, I don't want to be on the internet all day. I don't want to be on live stream all day either. Definitely ain't dealing with Negroes, man. I come out here to the wilderness. I know why Jesus loved to go to the wilderness, man. No people. Nobody like that. I'm trying to be over here. It's so therapeutic running too. Like if you ever go jogging or a long distance running or whatever, man, it feels so good. That's why they call it a runner's high, man. Like if you run, you get a runner's high. Cause it like feels good, man. It just opens you up, you know what I'm saying? No diddy. Just makes you feel alive, you know what I mean? As I said, I run this trail every morning, you know what I'm saying? So um, I run a good 5 miles, pretty much almost 5 to 6 miles a day, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's about 2.5 getting up here, and about 2.5 back. So it's about 5. hmm That's why I tell everybody go outdoors, man. Like, you want to go somewhere, go outdoors, man. Trying to meditate, just relax, whatever. You know what I mean? Because indoors, man, indoors defeat you. Being around people that you know and indoors around everybody, or just to yourself too much is, oh man, get out here in nature. That's why I'm calling my stuff The Beauty of His Nature, man. It's my series now. Like, I'm coming out with a small EP with that. Not this year, because I got too many albums I put out this year, but next year I'm putting out some more. You know what's crazy? I thought about doing an ASMR channel. Hey Steve ASMR. I think I would still do that. I actually did have an ASMR channel before I had this channel. Just to test it out, I was doing a couple of things to test out like how, like what stuff works. You know what I'm saying? Because I said people was getting stupid views off of just ASMR. I'm like, who watches this? And I said, all you gotta do is whisper and talk like that. And I said, well, I can whisper. I can do the same thing. Like nobody would know it's a man doing it, you know. So I had stuff where I was just like, I would crinkle like an oatmeal pal, like the rapper. You know what I'm saying? Or I would shake the ramen noodles in the back of the macaroni. I would shake it like maracas. Or I would open up like a Coca-Cola. Did all of that. I said, man, I did a little bit of everything. Crunch a Dorito, like man, I did a little bit of everything though. I don't do it no more. Yeah, I did have one back in the day. That was right before I did this channel too. Um, But it was just testing out stuff because I was doing a couple of other things, man. I was doing like some other I was doing like YouTube shorts. I was doing like all type of stuff that was just seeing what worked. Because again, YouTube was easier to do back in the day. Like the algorithm changes every half a year, so I've been doing YouTube for a year and a half now. So the algorithm done changed like 3 different times. It's about to change another one. So it gets weird. It gets harder. Everybody's having a hard time with kind of doing it. So you used to get crazy views back then. You don't really do that no more. It's just they messing up everything now. It's just AI stuff. You got to mind them its own. But because Cause some people, man, they be getting like 25 million views and just whispering and just hearing the sound of the rocks. And it's like, bro, I can do that too, man. Like, ain't no different from a white girl to me. Like, bro, I'm just black, so I can do the same thing. Just I would crunch leaves or something, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't stay consistent. You gotta stay consistent with it to get views. I just didn't, you know. But I'm thinking about bringing that back, man. A Steve ASMR. I got a channel, the A Steve Affirmations, where I have a woman that has a ASMR type voice. It's all AI. That's why it sounds super real. You would not guess that it's AI though. It's not like that. You are really good to me. It's not one of those. It's actually just like you are really good, and the Lord loves you. Like it sounds really real. You know what I'm saying? And you can like change the dynamics, make it sound even realer if you wanted to talk softer, whisper. It is the realest thing I've ever heard in my life. It's so really scary. That's why I said it's really scary. But I'll be putting it to my little script, like a script that goes to my music, that goes to like the affirmations. It might be like, I'm confident in the Lord, or you know what I'm saying? It'll have you repeat it. And she's just like, take a deep breath. She's like, it's like, hey love, take a deep breath. This is for you. She said, breathe in, breathe out. It is so real. What's up, MB? What's good? But that's what I be using on my A Steve Affirmations. It's more like an ASMR type, calming, devotion type, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna come out with a whole affirmations channel where I start like crunching leaves and stuff. Start breaking glass, stepping on glass with my bare feet. Step on the glass again. People were paid to see you hurt yourself. I was like, yeah. Slap my surf with a Nerf, one of those like Nerf noodles. Anything that gets you views, well, I would hurt myself for views. Can't be worse than dealing with Negroes. Look at me messing up this divine moment of nature and blissness with my Negroism. I'm gonna go back to being quiet because I'm messing up the beautiful things. Yeah, but what is it? Yeah, this is this is it, man. Hang on, 1 second. When you said, where do you get the dialogue for the affirmation? Like, where do I get the voice or where do I get the script? Like, either or, both. Which one? I don't know. Scripts. So what I do is I have ChatGPT write me up a script. That's what everybody do now. ChatGPT will write you up something. And I get to customize it the way I want. There's some stuff in the script I don't like, so I'll redo it. I'll put my own touch to it. But I just tell it it's like a big old long paragraph, just like, hey, I'm trying to make a script, Christian affirmation channel. You know what I'm saying? It's for, I always say like it's for audiences around 15 to like 60, 70 years old. You know what I'm saying? I said, so make it really warming. I said, make it for people that's either been in a heartbreak or that's trying to find confidence in God, that's dealing with self-worth issues or self-confidence, encouragement, motivation. Just every script is different. So I write every script differently, you know what I'm saying? So it'll type up this real long script. I say, hey, I want a script for about 10 minutes. This lasts about 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And so it'll write it out, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, you could write it out yourself, but you're going to be there all day, you know what I'm saying? And I really don't have time to write that myself. Because I'm like, my dialogue is Negroism. So I'm just like, the way I said, make it a white woman named Sarah. Like, because I don't know how to do this, you know what I'm saying? Because if I write the script, I'm like, you know the Lord's going to be with you always, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody going to be like, man, what? They don't understand nothing I said. Like, see, when you get over her with the Lord, I'm like, her? You mean here? That's why I said her. I'm like, nobody going to understand it. So I'm like, I had to put a simple, nice touch on it so people can, you know. So the thing I be using, it gives you different voice selections. So you can choose a man's voice, a woman's voice, and it all has its own names. Like there's some that's Sarah, some that's Emily, some that's Thomas, some that's like Chris or something, you know what I mean? But there's some that's even real than that. There's some way more real than that. I use those. Those are like really, really real, you know? And so I mainly use the same one. I was using another one. It was kind of like a British type accent, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't really like it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I do, but I don't like it for what I'm doing. It's too, like, it sounds like if I could put it in words, it sounds like an evil villain for like from like a Disney movie. She's like, come on and let us understand. I'm just like, it sounds like somebody that's like standing over a fortune ball. He's like, ha 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 ha, tell you my plan, Ursula. Like, I don't like it. It sounds like too gypsy type. So I was like, nah, let me find something that's more like calming. So there's one that's perfect for that. It's like an ASMR type voice. I use that one. And so that one actually, actually works better, you know. And so like I said, each script I'll customize it out, and all I do is just copy and paste it to the I use something called 11 Labs. 11 Labs where I get my AI voices up. And so I be forgetting I'm paying for that. Like you have to pay to use like minutes. It gives you like certain type of credits and minutes and stuff like that. So I got 90,000 credits. So each script ain't nothing but over like it depends on how long it is, but most of them ain't over like 1,500 characters. You know what I'm saying? So you can sit there and make those all day. So I'll be sitting there making them pretty much all day. And that's not the hard part. The hard part is really putting the video to the script. You know what I mean? Because each video, at first I used to just do it to a still picture. You feel me? I said it used to be to like a still picture. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm like, I feel like nobody wants to just sit there and look at a still picture. Like people want video to go with it. So I started seeing how other people was doing their videos. Because again, I take a note off of what everybody else is doing. So I look at how other people doing their videos. At first I was using something called Envato Elements, but that was costing me like $45 a month. You know what I'm saying? To use stock footage. You know what I'm saying? But now I just use Canva, you know what I'm saying? Like Canva is I only pay like 15 to 20 a month, you know what I'm saying? Because I get unlimited, you know, you can still use free ones, but I get unlimited ones on there. And so I just find the best ones. I can type up like woman sitting in the park or like, woman relaxing or meditating or couple happy kissing each other. I can do that, you know? And it'll show you everything you need to know. And I get a bunch of nature ones too. And so each one of them is about 15 seconds long, you know what I'm saying? But you're doing it to a 10-minute video, so you got to get like however many that adds up to 15, to however many 15 adds up to 10 minutes. You got to do that, and so each video is different. You got to do new stock footage. You know what I'm saying? So I go through. I mean, it's not really that hard, but it is kind of time consuming. So that would be the most challenging part is trying to find new and better content than the last one. You know what I'm saying? We're taking a family photo. Let me see. So yeah, and then like I said, I get to put it to my music too. So that's why I said it's a win-win. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing something new, and I'm still advertising my music on top of it. So you still win. You feel me? Like, so that's the part that I'm happy about. You know what I'm saying? Because then somebody might listen to that and be like, hey, I like that music. Like, where's that music? And I think that's why I be getting a lot of my Shazams from, dude. Like, people be Shazamming my music overseas. And then I look at where people are overseas, and it's talking about, like, these different countries. And then I look at my chart list, and it says somebody Shazam me over in, like, Indonesia. Or somebody Shazam me over in, like India or something. And then you look at your chart, and you look at people are listening to you in India. You know what I'm saying? So I do think that people are watching that and starting to find my music on there, too. You know what I'm saying? There's times I watch stuff like we all did it. We watched a movie or a show or a commercial or something where we had or a YouTube video or whatever. And somebody had like a certain song in there or something that we like. And so we was like, man, what's that song? You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I'm glad now we got, see, at first, when you heard a song, you didn't know. Before Shazam and before Siri and all of that, like, you didn't know. So you had to find somebody who knew or be lucky enough to see that commercial or show again. But I said, now we got it at our fingertips, man. People can find whatever they're looking for in the world right there, you know? So I really do believe that's how a lot of people family members off of the other channel. You know? And then I just put in the description like, hey, yeah, I'm like produced by A. Steve. And people are like, who A. Steve? He made this music, let me go for it. And then they see that, you know? So it is like a, it is a win-win, if you ask me. Ouch, hold on. So yeah, man. Ow. So like I said, man, it's just, I have fun doing it, you know? But that was definitely more like ASMR based, definitely more ASMR based on that one. I said, now one of these days I'm gonna come out with a real ASMR channel and do that. I'm just gonna label it A. Steve ASMR. Like I got A. Steve Music now, it's a new channel I just did. I'm about to start posting like my beats on there. That's when I'm gonna start like doing a live stream. Like we're gonna be making beats over it because we ain't really gonna do it too much on this channel like that. You know. And then, like I said, the keys channel, I do the pianos over there, all the piano stuff. And then the A Steve, I do the ambient music over there. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna have a channel where I sell my beats and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like just doing a little bit of everything. You feel me? Making compilations, all type of stuff. That's why I said we doing big things over here, man. You know what I mean? But that is a good one because I'm like I didn't realize how many people do need to hear like something calming and relaxing, especially when it comes to like ASMR and stuff. That stuff here really is calming and relaxing. You know? And I said, right now we need stuff that's like calming and therapeutic, man. Do you know what's going on in the world right now? You have any idea what's going on? People are losing their mind, man. They losing their jobs, their homes. You know what I'm saying? Their marriages, all type of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And then people that are doing fine, they scared that something gonna happen to them. So I'm just like, they need something that's like calming. You know what I mean? People need that joy in their life. So I try to bring everybody a lot of joy, man, with what I'm doing. That's why I titled my last album Joy. Cause it's like, bro, it's always something about joy, man. You know what I'm saying? We need that right now. You know, people need a laugh, man. Like they don't necessarily need another word from God, man. Like you got plenty of that. You know what I'm saying? God's word is sufficient. You don't need something new every time, dude. Like you need something. You need to study what you already learned. You don't need a new word. Like, well, I need somebody to tell me. Like, you don't need somebody to tell you what to do. Listen to God yourself. That's your word of God right there. You know. I said, if you got comedy, man, God might be using you to get somebody to be funny for somebody. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what that person going through. Like I said, I do music. God has used my music to do many things in people's lives. You know what I'm saying? Like you have no idea. So, ouch. So yeah, that's why I said like people just don't know, man. Like so that's why I said everything that I'm doing, I can't put this on one channel. It's too much. It's way too much to put on one channel. And I don't want to. I'm like, I get to have an audience of each and every different people. You feel me? I was checking my analytics the other day for the affirmations channel, man. And again, I have a lot of people overseas, man. There's a lot of people overseas watching. You feel me? Like you, bro. But I said, it's a lot of people overseas watching, bro. And so, like, when you see people in like South Africa, man, Indonesia, and you know what I'm saying, like you see people all over there. That's crazy. You know what I mean? And that lets you know, like, bro, your stuff is bigger than just being in the United States. You feel me? Like, there's so much more you could be doing. And so much more that I like doing anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like doing stuff over there. And now I'm getting into TikTok now to where I'm posting on TikTok. I made a piano page where because again, I was supposed to do this stuff for years. But I never really did, man, because I kept, getting distracted. And then I might post a little something on my regular pages. But, like, I really started looking at making my own separate page for just playing piano. You know what I'm saying? And then I look at it, and like I said, it starts to do a little better, man. Like people are sitting there liking it, they watching it, you get views and followers and stuff like that. Cause I said everybody got big somehow, but I said they didn't just get big by sitting on their hands, dude. Like you got to start posting the page for that. I kept telling myself I was gonna do that, and I never did. So now I'm going through all my stuff, clipping my piano plans, you know what I'm saying? And then even I'm doing the same thing with the beats. I'm just clipping them and posting them, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to MBL, I got her doing some of that for me too, you feel me? But when it comes to the piano, personally, the piano is the thing I'm gonna be doing because I love the timestamps I can put on there. You know what I mean? So people are sitting there watching, man. They sitting there enjoying it. They loving it. You know what I mean? And I like that. I definitely like that. So you have no idea whose day they could change. You know what I'm saying? What that's gonna do. I mean, this type of stuff right here, I can make like 10 songs, bro. That's why I said like one of the best things you could really do, which I wish it was possible. Maybe God to make it possible one day, hopefully. But I really wish I could have a piano on the clouds, bro. Like I know you can't be on the cloud. Cloud is hollow. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing but like vapor air or whatever. But I'm like, when you fly on a plane, you see him differently than you would see him on the ground. Like right now, you just see like some basic clouds in the sky. When you in the air, you were like the real clouds, man. I don't know what type of sphere that's called, but that's where you really are. You know what I mean? And it definitely is different when you way up there. You know what I mean? And so I'm talking about like it looked like if you was to jump out the window, like you could land softly on the clouds. Like I know that's fantasy, but you know what I'm saying? It looked like you really could. And so I'm just like, man, I would love to just set up on the clouds, man, and one day and just have a big old speaker, man, just a big old speaker, and just start playing, just playing my heart out, man. Just you know what I mean? Just that'd be crazy, man. You can look down, you can like make a little section where you can look down on well, we still on Earth. I say you look down on Earth, but you can look down to like the city and just, see all type of stuff, man. You feel me? Just making a heavenly sound in the first heavens, you know what I'm saying? That'd be crazy with me, you know? So I don't know, man. Mm. Who's there? Who's there here, y'all? Hold on one second. I should probably get going. I can sit out here for hours, man. I'm trying to tell you. Mm. Hey, y'all there? Can you hear me? Mm. Still thinking about doing a piano stream in a little bit. I spit in the music mode, man. I don't know. See, nature done got me back in the music mode. That's how a lot of this music came last night. I was off live stream. I got off the first one, and I was gonna call it a night, man. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna eat some food and play my video games. You feel me? Happened to get on Facebook, and so there's this woman I follow. She does this harp playing. You feel me? Beautiful woman. She does this beautiful harp playing too, man. And she was playing some song, like she plays like popular songs, and then she'll like post them and stuff like that. And so she was playing this one song. I don't know the name of it, but it was cold, man. It was giving me some music ideas. I was like, oh yeah, I like it, man. You know what I mean? And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then I got on live stream last night, man. Made about what, 5? Like I didn't expect it to come like that. You feel me? Made like 5 tracks. You feel me? So that's why I said I be enjoying this, man. So I'm just gonna take that one and whatever I make in front of y'all. Like I said, I just posted. It's 2 for the price of 1. You know what I mean? I used to kind of do this stuff solo where I would record something off screen and then I would get in front of y'all and kind of play a little bit. I used to play piano just for fun, but I'm like, nah, now I'm like recording in front of y'all. So that way, after I record it, I can upload it to the other channel. So I'm killing two birds with one stone. You feel me? So, um, so yeah. There we go. What's up, Nisha? Internet messed up again. Sorry about that. Sure is beautiful out here, ain't it? Screen, I got. There you go. So what's up, y'all? How y'all doing, man? I know it's early today. I didn't really want to have a long, complicated stream. I really went live because it was cloudy, man. I wasn't even trying to see the sun today. You know what I'm saying? But it's got other plans, I guess. So I'll just come out whenever I want to. I'm hungry. I need to go get some food. Go eat and relax. Still think I want to do a piano stream, though, man. I'm kind of in the music mode, you know what I mean? So. Extremely nice out here. Like I said, beautiful. Y'all show it quiet. Y'all must be admiring nature. See how long this trail is, boy. Trail about a good 30 minutes, boy. Like I said, I run this almost every day, every morning. I love it. So I don't know about y'all. I love it. I love it. So now I'm in the mood for I love it, boy. I love it. And one to infinity. I love it. I love it. Eternity. I love it. I love it. Infinity. I love it. I love it. Infinity. I love it. To infinity, I love it. Is that a drum? Into infinity. I love it. Infinity. I love it. Infinity. I love it. Infinity. I love it. Well, I ain't got nothing to say, y'all, unless y'all do. To infinity, I love it. To infinity, I love it. I love it. I love it. Whew. I ain't got nothing else to say, y'all. So if y'all don't, I guess that'll be the stream. I guess that'll be the end of it. I only got nothing else to say. I done kind of talked it all out. I can give y'all a little bit of encouragement, but I don't know what else to say. Hold on. I don't know what y'all want to hear. Never give up. Never stop tracing your dreams. It's too late to turn back now. I believe I'm falling in love. It's too late to turn back now. I believe I'm falling in love. I like that song. Don't turn back. Love is out there. Cause loving you is easy cause you're beautiful and do 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 do. Ooh, ah, la 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 said shooby doo. Ooh, ah. The vocals wasn't free. $5 each. I don't know. I was talking a lot of encouragement earlier when I got on here. I don't got nothing else to say now. You're late to the party. Go rewind back an hour. You see what I'm talking about? Whoa. Yeah, I like him beats, man. La 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 la. Look, I told you, don't give up on your dreams. Be sure to drink your Ovaltine. Never give up on your dreams. Don't let the white man stop you. Don't let the black man stop you either. No. Just all I tell people to do, man, is just stay motivated to do the right thing, bro. Like, when it comes to finding out what you really want in life and what you're really supposed to be doing, stay on it. You know what I mean? We all got to figure out, like, what we here for, what we got good for us. You feel me? Like, so, you know, as I said, don't listen to the haters, man. That's one thing I'm real big on, man. Do not listen to Negroes. Y'all seen I'm about to go on a tiny Negro season. Oh my gosh, I'm about to tiny Negro so bad. It's gonna be just, you're gonna be like, Steve, you need to stop. Like I said, we have dealt with these kind of fools our whole life, bro. I'm like, yeah. I said, ain't nobody worse than the Negro. I don't care what you say about no white man. Boy, ain't no white man doing this. It's Negroes doing this. So I told God, I said, God, you keep blessing me every day. You keep doing big, magnificent things in my life. And I said, I don't brag on you enough. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. So I said, that's all right, God. I said, how about this, God? I said, I'll make you a deal. I said, you keep blessing me the same way you blessing me. And I said, I promise you, every time you do, I'm going to get on here and talk. He's been doing a lot of stuff in my life I didn't even pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? Or I guess I just took for granted. And I said, I was like, no. I said, no, we got to boast on God. That's literally what it says. You know what I'm saying? We got to boast on God. Because, again, he wants us to give him praise and glory for that. And then on top of it, like I said, it also helps other people to see that. So when people see how you deal with a spiritual weirdo or some idiot that can't shut their mouth, then they understand where you're coming from. Because then they've been dealing with the same stuff. And now people are saying, hey, Steve, you know, I've been dealing with the same people. Same people coming to me now doing this. You know what I'm saying? So when people come to me talking about what somebody said something about Darby, and then they realize what we say about Darby, it's like, okay, now it makes sense. Because at first they couldn't decipher from what was real and what was not. So that's why I said I give people encouragement not to be an idiot. Don't listen to idiots. You know what I'm saying? Take it from Steve. I ain't never listened to not a nigga. But I'll never listen to a Negro. Ever. And now y'all see my new saying where I said, you can talk about me, but you can talk to me on the other side of the world. Because when I go to the other side of the world, talk to me from over there. That's why I said, y'all think Steve was bad before. Oh my gosh, bro. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Y'all think I don't care now. Man, you have not seen anything yet. Oh my gosh, dude. It's the same with a mob boss. You think a mob boss is bad? I said, wait till they get out of prison. If they get locked up for a little bit and they killing spree and they terrorist sprees over for a little bit, wait till they get out of prison. They killing everybody. Remember I told you about that Canadian mob boss? Vito, whatever his name was. Vito was pretty cool. Like, he ain't really bother nobody too much, you know what I'm saying? But then when he got locked up for a couple of years, he got out and everybody around us started up dead. You get worse when you get out, because then you got... That's why I said I let the Negroes talk for a whole year, man. I let people say whatever they want to, and now I'm coming. That's why I said I'm coming out to each and last one of you Negroes, bro. I ain't got time for this. And it's not because I'm just all petty in my feelings. It's just like, bro, I told you because I can. Negroes are easy to taunt. You know, the more they talk about you, the more you're going to get blessed. It's like, I'm going to keep messing with y'all because y'all keep messing with me. So, oh, look what the Lord did. Oh, man, look what God did. Oh, wow. I didn't expect him to do what he always does. And like, yeah, I'm so sorry because the word of a Negro really had me going here, had me fooled. Like, boy, please. Like I said, they talking. Look at their channel. Look at where they live at. Look at their life. That says enough. The minute you get Myron Golden speaking on me, then maybe we'll talk. You feel me? You get Nick Jones to talk about me or something, okay. You know, I'm not even that big of an issue, so it ain't like he was gonna have a topic to talk about, you know what I mean? But I said, you get some big time person to speak on me, yeah, okay, maybe I'll listen, but you got a Negro man with a dying channel and a crappy hood. It's like, okay, well, you say that from the other side of the world, boy. We know why you on YouTube. It's because you failed everything else in life. I didn't realize I was giving people encouragement not to listen to weirdos. I was just basically showing weirdos I'm not going to listen to you. I told you I don't just do stuff. I do stuff on purpose. Like I said, I don't just go live. I go live every day on purpose because I can. I want people to get tired of me, man. I was doing it every day thinking that people's going to get tired of me. They're going to stop tuning in, and people still tune in. Still watch. More people came over to the channel ever since then. Every time I get off a live stream, I get about 2 subs. Man, it shows you your analytics. It says +2, +3 people sub to your channel. I'm like, who did? I don't... And then I'm like, well, there was people on the street that did. And then, like I said, people just randomly watch the channel, and they do. So I told you, I said, bro, you always stay winning. That's why I said, like, no, I'm going to brag on all God's blessings, man. Look what he did for me. And I said, a lot of stuff I haven't even talked on yet. I'm going to wait to talk on it, but I said, I haven't talked about a lot of stuff yet. People will really be shocked when they figure out what God really did for me. You would really be surprised if I told you. So that's why I told you, I said, I'm just going to be quiet for the meantime. And do a little bit of trolling, a little bit of talking. Because I'm like, I told you, people like this are powerless. They just annoying. They just talk too much. But they really be having people fooled. People really be scared of people like this. I'm like, I'm not scared of none of these Negroes, dude. You couldn't beat me physically or in the spirit. So I'm like, bro, you can't whoop me in anything. I'm like, bro, I'm not stupid. I know scripture. And I know your type when I see it, bro. We have dealt with people like that forever, dealing with Destiny Ministries, bro. We know Negroes. We see it. Come on, man. And so, like I said, I let them try to challenge something. I said, okay, well, let's see if you got a challenge. Let's see what really happens. And then I start talking and, oh, man, look what God did. Like I said, I didn't know he was going to do what he always does all the time. Like I need you to say that. Man, come on, dude. I'm like, well, you got a better chance of getting a white man with a white ministry to come over and talk about what God's going to do. I'll never listen to a Negro ever in my life again, boy. Out of everything God going to do, a Negro knows. Only a Negro, not your mama, not your spiritual leader that you already got, not the people that you under or whatever, just the Negro. And I said, those are people that are playing with very dangerous substances. You have any idea what Pastor Darby had to deal with trying to deliver the word? You have any idea what Paul had to deal with, what God's true men and women of God got to deal with? And you think you're going to mimic what they did? Oh, my God, boy, you got something coming for you. When them real devils show up, or somebody like me come and taunt you, it's not going to be funny. You have no idea what you in for, boy. That's why I said people just, you talking. I said, it's a bunch of people that try to mimic what they see, man. It's a bunch of children mimicking what they see adults doing, man, because they ain't grown folk business. And we need to start bringing that word back. You ain't grown folk business, boy. Go sit down somewhere. Everybody that has ever came to me in my life and said, God said, I blew them straight off. Never, ever listen to him. Never, ever would listen to him. And I do it on purpose. I want people to see, like, bro, I want you to see how defiant I am towards you. I'd never listen to people like that, ever. I want you to know that your word didn't work. Because, again, I didn't even think I was even teaching people. I showing people. I'm just like, bro, I told you, these people are powerless. They have no say in nothing. That's witchcraft, man. You can't come over here and work witchcraft and get mad. And then when you don't listen to them, then they saying you mocking God. I'm like, no, I'm just mocking you. Because God never gave you that word. Whole year ain't changed nothing, boy. I still talk crazy. It's not crazier now, dude. I still do the same exact thing. I have not changed one thing at all, dude. And like I still get blessed every day. So I'm not listening to you. As I said, remember I told you Negroes I belittling? What's funny when you belittle them. Like, yeah, how that word working? How that prayer working? It never came past. Yeah, how does that working? Yo, fake prophet. And as I said, every day I'm enjoying my many blessings. And I told God, I said, every time you do something on this channel, I'm going to get on here and give you praise and show people what you did. Remember, people need to see this. Remember, everybody keeps saying, God going to get you. God said, I'm like, okay, I'm going to show you what God really did. So you can see too. So everybody else can see it. So when they dealing with weird Negroes like you in their life, they know how to deal with them. Well, that old God said stuff, that is the oldest trick in the book. Like, boy, you can never get me with that. I've never fell for that in my life, ever. And I never will. Stuff is just like, dude, get a life, man. I think that's why, honestly, man, when you see people keep talking, even people that ain't even saved, you see people that ain't even saved, people like Kanye, or you see like some people that's kind of radical, and everybody keep walking around talking about, like, nah, God gonna strike him, God gonna kill him. Like, no, he's not. And that's probably why God never does it. Like, maybe they got their day coming, but the fact they keep talking, maybe God is like, you know what, I'm gonna show people what I'm gonna do, since they keep running their mouth. Because people want God to strike them so they can have satisfaction. That's what they want. He's not gonna kill them out of your free will or what you want him to do. It's like, nah, dude. However God decides to deal with a person's mouth that's blasphemous is how he deal with them. He ain't gonna leave it up to you. See, I want him. See, I told him he's gonna get killed. It's like, no, you don't do that, man. They not biblically sound. They ain't biblically nothing. So that's why I said, I'm like, it don't matter who it is, Kanye, Donald Trump. I said, you keep talking about what God's gonna do to them. You don't know that. That's why I tell people, stop telling people what God's gonna do to somebody. You have no idea, man. I'm pretty sure these old weirdos, again, because it would have been great to see them get theirs, these old pedophile weirdos that had these little sex coats. It would have been great to see somebody do something to them, but I said, well, they lived at the ripe old age of 90. I'm pretty sure people was like, oh, God gonna get them. It's like, well, he didn't get him in that way. He probably got him in another way. They paying for that in the afterlife, I know that much. He got him in the end. How he gets him, it has nothing to do with you. That's why people be checking the tabloids, refreshing their page, man, hoping to see you dead or gone to prison or something wrong with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they want to see God do something to you. Stuff don't work, man. I told y'all, he prepared that table in front of my enemies, boy. That table show is hitting right now, boy. Yep, at Thanksgiving meal. Stuffed turkey, show is hitting. Oh, this game in the book. Like, bro, you can't be serious, man. I be wanting to hope that people don't really fall for this stuff, but then again, I forget. People don't really know their word. They don't know nothing, so. I tell so many people to shut up on the daily. I'm like, boy, shut up. Told people at the conference, man, we was trying to have a conference in Baltimore back in 2019, man. And my man, they're trying to give the word, man. There's some fake pastor out there in the hallway screaming and running around like he's deep. I'm like, boy, you ain't deep. They had a conference right across the hall from us. A bunch of religious weirdos, man, was over. He busted out with another pastor. He said, yes, sir. I'm like, bro, it was the fakest thing I've ever seen in my life. And dude took off running like that was deep. He took off running down the hall like that was deep. And they over laughing. Like, yes, sir. I'm like, bro, are you serious? Maybe it's just being on the word with Pastor Darby for a long time. Like, but we not stupid. I know fake when I see it. I'm like, bro, that was like all fake. Bro, it was so annoying. We was outside of the little conference table right there where we was, that's usually where like people sign in and you get the merch at and stuff. I turned around, I said, bro, shut up. I said, bro, shut up, dude. So they was laughing. And I was like, I said, nah, man, you need to shut up, dude. Like, we already trying to have a conference, man. They right here running around laughing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's not, you ain't real. You ain't deep. He wanted to talk to mama afterwards, talking about, yeah, I'm a pastor. Who cares if you a pastor, dude? You ain't somebody I want to talk to. You see, and I was nowhere to be found at. I was trying to go to DC. So I was like, let's wrap this stuff up so I can go to DC. He went to talk to Joe. See, people know not to come talk to me because they know I don't care about nothing. I don't care about anything. He went to talk to Joe. Joe didn't really care. He was like, all right, whatever. And he went to talk to mom, and mom was just like, all right, whatever. Like, we ain't wild about it. And I think it was the fact he was wild that there was a woman passing there that was pulling the crowd. That's what it was. They were meddling. It's mighty funny we didn't stick our nose in your little crappy conference because don't nobody want to come over. He came over here to us. See how they come to us. Remember I told you, I said, bro, I don't have to do no talking. I just let people see for themselves. And when you start seeing people that act like that for themselves, you know exactly what I'm saying. I'm not making this stuff up. Y'all know I got some of the best ropes you gonna hear, bro. If I really had a vendetta, you would be getting it to this day. I would have did this a long time ago. When I first heard about people speaking on us, I would have said this a long time ago. I said I didn't for a reason because I said, bro, I was trying to be silent because I didn't want to bring them over here because I knew if they came over, I was gonna keep doing this. I'm not trying to roast everybody on the internet all day. I don't have time for that. I really be doing it to spur their feelings because, like I said, I have no filter. I don't care. I have no filter. Now, I don't throw low blows, but I said, but you know what? If you doing a low blow talking about somebody's dead loved one, I said, well, believe me when I tell you, I have no filter when it comes to you. I have no filter if I hurt your feelings. And I go for days, bro. So that's why I told people, I said, bro, it's best to just shut your mouth, man. And it's best to not use God said, because then when you realize that God didn't say that, now you got to get the roast. Now I got to flame you, because, like, you look stupid now. Again, it's one thing to say you don't like me. It's one thing to say something about God said and he going to do something to you. I said, I don't respect people like that. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, boy, please. You wouldn't know God if he was standing in your face, dude. Like, come on, man. Again, you couldn't deliver a pizza, let alone the word of God. You suck at everything. And as you see, a year later, channel still getting fat, still big. Still got people watching. People still attending Destin Ministries. Still listening to Darby. Still listening to Pastor Missy. Ain't nothing changed. No, things have changed. We just got better. Like, bro, we all got better. You feel me? We all taken care of. We all doing good. Boy, my trip's paid for, boy. You understand? I can get on a plane whenever I want to and go wherever I want to. Like, bro, I can do whatever I want to if I want to. That's why I go live every day, because I can. Remember I told you, I said, we don't talk like this because we think we deserve it. We don't deserve nothing. I told God, I said, God, you know I don't deserve nothing. I don't deserve jack. He said, we all deserving a death, hell, in the grave. Well, I should have been dead a long time ago. I deserve that. I said, but God seemed otherwise. And that's why I come on YouTube to talk to people who feel unworthy. Because we all are unworthy. But he still gives us grace sufficient anyways. It's going to be really hard to defy the word of God. Like, when you sit there saying what God said, and then, like I said, somebody is showing you what God did, it's like, well, God ain't schizophrenic. And then why somebody still sit there, no, see, because of the word, I'm like, you just wrong, bro. You just getting your feelings. That's what it is. So like I said, God bless you anyway. He still love you anyways. As I said, I couldn't lie to y'all, bro. Y'all know I can't lie to y'all, right? This is literally the most year that I've been blessed. I don't know another year that I've been more blessed than. I really believe this year is the highest year I've been blessed in a long time. I can't lie to y'all. Remember, I cannot lie to y'all. Like I said, there's other stuff I haven't touched on that I will touch on later. I said, but bro, like, I can't lie to you, dude. This is the most blessed I've really been in my life in a long time, in over a decade, bro. Even though everything ain't the way I want it to be, like I said, everything is not exactly what I want it to be yet. I said, but you know what? I'm still the most blessed I've ever been in my life so far, dude. Unlike these people, or running red lights and stuff. So yeah, that's why I said, like, bro, I'm sitting here, like I've told you, I'm sitting here looking at it, watching it. People have no idea, man. So that's why I'm like, no, I do think that we need to kind of get on here and brag on God a lot, man. He brought us out, man. He made a way for us when there was no way. We just kind of just shut up and keep it quiet because we don't want to offend the Negro. But I'm offending Negroes on purpose, boy.
I'm gonna keep offending you, boy. That same God you want to do something, look what he's doing. It's gonna be very hard to refute the word of God then. Notice how they always want to slap Jesus on it because now they offended. I said, well, look at what Jesus did. I'm like, so what you gonna say now? A second Jesus don't like me now? Like, what's wrong now? It's gonna be very hard to refute that. Again, they words, not mine. I didn't say this. They the one that came with their offended feelings. Said God said, okay, well, now I'll show you what God did. Look what he did. So now what? So what you gonna come out with now? The universe, the mother God or something? Like what you got? What you got better than God Almighty? The one you try to use? You should know that don't work on me. It does not intimidate me, boy. Again, if you want to take all the oxygen out the world right now, he could do that. What's gonna stop him? So, I mean, it ain't like we can stop him from doing what he want to do anyways. If God wanted you dead, boy, you'd be dead. If God wanted us all dead and everything in the universe dead, he'd have us all dead. So believe when I tell you, ain't nothing we can do to stop him if he decided to do that. I love how you act like you the only one that's gonna get yours. I'm like, you do know everybody got their day coming, right? You do know everybody has theirs, whether it's like big or not. Like everybody get judged. It says everybody gonna get judged. No, not just me. Not just black people or white people, everybody. As I said, talk to me. You can talk to me from Mississippi, because that's where you're at. And you can watch me from the other side of the world. Because best believe I ain't coming to your crappy state. I ain't coming to your crappy city either. You got a problem, come to San Antonio. I'm not coming to where you are, because I don't go to somewhere beneath me. So, I'm trying to tell you. And that's why I'm about to start a marathon of my old vlogs back. Start rerunning them things. I'm going to make a whole compilation of them things, bro. People need to hear what I'm saying. They still listen to what I'm saying. Let's reach them. So they want to talk. Can you imagine, like, bro? Imagine, can somebody really imagine somebody trying to use Almighty on you, and then you look at what the Almighty does? It's like, so then what you got to say for yourself then? As much as people be trying to humble you, that's going to be a real big time for you to humble yourself with that little fake crappy word you gave. Notice people ain't going to say sorry. They ain't going to come and get that right. Nah, bro, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I was wrong, bro. I was in there. They're not going to say that. A nigga will die before they say sorry. Even though they know they did wrong, they would die before they say sorry. That's why I say, bro, don't use God on stuff if you're not sure, dude. Don't use God on stuff if you don't know. Because I'm like, bro, when you speaking out of your feelings, are you speaking on something that you think you know? I said, you have no idea, man. And then when it turns out not to be what you thought, I said, see, now you're going to look dumb. Like, don't do stuff like that. All you got to do was just say, hey, bro, I just don't like it. You feel me? I just got a problem with it. That's all you got to do is say that. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can say that. As I said, when I got an issue with somebody, I don't say, hey, man, you know, God's going to get you. You know, he going to humble you. Like, how do you know? How you know God ain't humbled them already? That's not for you to say. You see why I have no sympathy or respect for people like that? I don't, bro. Too many people are getting bamboozled by people like this, bro. We got to put a stop to this. As I said, it's one thing to try it with them because they don't know. Are they scared? I said, boy, Steve ain't scared of Jack. I fear God, but I don't fear God like he gonna kill me. I fear God as in like I have a mighty respect and reverence for him. You feel me? But in a way, I would fear God like, bro, God could kill me right now. I do fear that. I do. It said, don't fear the one that can kill the body, but after the body dead, cast our soul in the hell, bro. I fear that person. I don't fear no little weirdo online talking about me. I definitely don't fear a Negro. I told you, man, like, you start thinking about stuff like this. You got people really bamboozled, man, and scared because somebody said something. You feel me? Now they scared to live life. I told you, people scared to get in their car, man, because somebody told them God was going to do something to them. Imagine that, being on the highway and you scared to cross over because somebody told you God going to do something. They thinking that's their time right there. Living my life out of fear, boy, please. And that's why I said it ain't gonna be funny when Steve talk. See, I ain't coming like Elijah did, like Elisha and stuff. I said, boy, I'm coming like Jehu. That's how I'm coming. A real warrior. This ain't no Naboth or Nabal or whatever. This is Jehu here. I don't care about none of that. What peace got to do with me, fool? Get behind me, boy. Come get this roast. You think I respect anybody that uses our Lord and Savior and they vendettas and say, God's going to get you? Like, bro, it'd be one thing if you just said, hey, man, God's going to bless you. God wants to talk to you. And I said, okay, I already know that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, when you come talking about, hey, Lord going to humble you, like, how you know? You wouldn't know. How you know he didn't already? God been humbling me for years. Like, why do you need you to say that? Because you can't get your own life right. That's why. Boy, I ain't got no respect for a spiritual weirdo. I told you, I'm about to take us to the next level, bro. I told you. As you seen, still been talking crazy the whole year. Have not changed one thing, and God is literally making everything in my life abundant. I told you I can't even go to the vending machine without getting 3 pops for the price of 1. Even my sodas got more word of God, dog. He maketh everything abundant. Look. So now, as I said, I challenge you. Go find the abundance of God in your life. Don't ever listen to your mama, man. Your mama don't know jack, man. Neither does any of your family. They don't know nothing. That's why they live where they live at. That's why they are the way that they are. I told you. Look at somebody's life. Look at somebody's channel. Or look at somebody, what they dealing with. And then you can determine. That's why I told y'all, start dropping that in the, praise report. Start dropping that in the comments, man. Start doing that. I'm about to have a post. I'm about to make a community post where we do that. I told you, we don't brag on God's goodness enough. Okay, yeah, God is good to us every day, but how is he good to you? You don't say how. You know what I'm saying? Well, he woke me up this morning. Okay, yeah, that's one thing. I said, but what about all the other stuff that he did do, man? What if God delivered you from drugs, man? What if he delivered you from something that you was really struggling with? What if God blessed you financially, significantly every day? Like, bro, God bless you to do what you love doing. Why can't you be saying stuff like that? I love the fact he woke me up this morning, but he also woke me up for another reason, dude. Not just to wake up, just to do something. Let's start doing stuff like that. Start dropping that in the comments below, man. So we can start having more great times like that. People need to see that, man, to be influenced. You feel me? There's so much daggone negativity, man. My whole life growing up, boy, that's all I heard. People just, God going, like, boy, you don't know about God. Shut up. Like I said, I don't speak for God either, so I'm not going to pretend like I do. I'm just like, bro, I just say what I say. I'm just saying what worked for me. It might work for you differently, but I know what worked for me, so that's whatever. You do with that what you will, but I said I'm going to do with that what I will. So everybody different, bro. I told you, everybody in their life right now got somebody keep on speaking on them, talking about God going to do something to you. And I said, look what he actually does. You think we're going to be silent about that when people wanted us to feel? I'm not going to be silent about that. See, we just got love. Like, no, we love, but I'm like, we tired of Negro talking. We tired of people talking. That's why he wrote Psalms 23, man, to shut Negroes up. And through all that, Negroes still ain't going to shut up. That's why I said Negro be talking themselves in the gallows, still talking. Still don't even know what they doing, hanging their own self. Which is good, because he's just going to keep blessing you even more. Because at first I'm just like, bro, I'm not petty. I don't live to make people mad. I really don't. I don't have no problems with nobody. But I'm like, I don't care, bro. I'm gonna make everybody mad. I'm gonna make everybody mad. I could care less, boy. I hope I make everybody in their mama mad. Talk too much. That mouth, boy. I tell you, boy. Something about Negro running that mouth, man. I ain't making white people mad. I'm making Negroes mad. They talk too much. You get some white people talking on me, I'll make them mad. I said, until then, I'm making Negroes mad because they talk too much. Believe me, they had their chance. I told you, back in 2020, we was making all them white folk mad because they was out there doing stuff. I'm like, so believe me when I told you, they had their day. I said, Negroes got their day now. Just talk too much. Y'all definitely stay encouraged, man. Don't ever let nobody throw you off of that, no matter what they say. You can come with every God said, Bible scripture, whatever. I will never ever listen or take heed to what you say. Maybe y'all will, but I won't. You better be somebody that's ordained. You better be somebody that I can really trust to give the word. Because like I said, I can't listen to everybody. And for good reason. Can you imagine listening to some people like, oh my God, bro, I'll be a loser like you. Like real talk, like bro, if I listen to you, I'm gonna be a nigga just like you. Like, bro, oh my God. Why can't we never get the real successful millionaires, the real successful people in life, man, to talk like this, man? We always get the losers of life. Life's breadcrumbs. Like we get them, like man, the bread crust. We don't want them. I mean, real talk, bro. That's why I said, imagine listening to people like, yeah, like, oh my gosh, bro, I'm gonna be a Negro just like you. I'm gonna be a failure, be broke. I'm gonna live in Mississippi. I'll never have nothing good in my life, dude. Anyways, y'all, that's it for this stream. I might do a piano stream later. Not really sure. It's still kind of early, so it's very early, so I don't know. That's the end of the stream, y'all. I'm gonna get up off of here and go eat some food because I'm starving. So I'm gonna catch y'all when I catch y'all. It is what it is.